Hi, good morning to everyone. We're going to start today's session. So today we're going to see installation of SAP HANA. Just I'm doing some preparation. Just give me 2 to 3 minutes. I'll do some preparation and I'll show you. Installation of SAP HANA. When doing installation of SAP HANA, what I'm going to show you today, the step-by-step process on the installation. So on the step-by-step installation part, I will start with the installation of SUSE Linux. Once we complete with SUSE Linux, then we're going to start with installation of HDB, HANA database. So the prerequisite for installing SAP HANA, you need to have at least 6 to 8 core CPU. It could be even i7 processor, but the minimum RAM that you need to have is at least 12 GB, only for the HANA database. So including the operating system, you need to have at least 16 GB of RAM in order to install SAP HANA database. So it is a minimum requirement, 16 GB is the minimum requirement, only to install SAP HANA database. So first I'm going to start with installation of SUSE Linux. So I'm going to log into the remote connection using TeamViewer. I'm going to connect to the server. I'm starting to connect to the server. So please log on. So we connected to the remote server. So once you connected to the remote server, so already we need to install the VMware workstation. So once we install the VMware workstation, let us select SAP HANA, S4 HANA. So we install the operating system. So we'll create a new virtual machine, select custom, click next. Select the hardware compatibility. So what workstation version you want to install. So installing 11, workstation 11, click next. Click next. So first we are installing the operating system. So we need to select Linux. We need to select Linux, and here, so you have different versions of SUSE Linux. So we are going to select SUSE Linux Enterprise 1164-bit version. Click next. So here the virtual machine name we'll select we'll give in as HANA S4. Click next. The number of processors you would like to allocate in order to install the OS. So we're taking 2 processors, 2 CPUs. The number of cores you would like to take. The total number of processors is 6. So now we need to allocate the memory. How much memory we would like to allocate? So we are allocating around GB of RAM. Click next. So we are using the bridge networking so that automatically it can bridge with the virtual machine. So this is the hardware recommended disk. Click next. We are creating a new virtual disk. Click next. So how much disk space you would like to allocate here? For installing the SUSE Linux, how much disk space? So we are allocating around 250 GB of RAM. So this is the name of the file for the VMware, and finally click finish. Now once we click finish, now it created a new virtual machine HANA S4. So here you can see the details of how much memory, how many number of processors, what is the space on the disk, and finally we will power on the virtual machine. We'll power on the virtual machine. So we'll use an ISO image. So this is the software I have for SUSE Linux. So this is the software for SUSE Linux. So in here I have the ISO file. I'm going to select the file. Click open. Click OK. And then click on power on this virtual machine. So now it is basically going to the VMware. It's now putting inside the VMware. So it started the installation for SAP applications. SLES for SAP. So SUSE Linux for SAP applications. We are selecting this option. So click enter. So now first of all we are installing the SUSE Linux. So once we are done with the SUSE Linux, then we can start with the HANA database installation. So it will take around 45 minutes to 1 hour to install SUSE Linux. So once we are done with the OS today, so tomorrow we will start with the HANA database installation. So 1 minute. I'm going to start. So now we're basically agreeing the license. So select agree the license. Click next. So it is checking for the status. Actually, the single students over here. We are sitting in the server room today to explain the installation. Probably you will find some disturbance inside the server room. Click next. Please USB drives, hard drives. Next we need to select viewing station. Click next. We need to select the right time zone. Selecting here time zone. Click next. So we will select physical machine. Click next. Click on expert mode. Click on expert mode. Click on the partitioning. In the partitioning, we need to allocate swap size. We need to allocate the swap size. So we are selecting yes. Select the custom partitioning. Click next. So we're basically giving the swap size. We'll add. I click add partition. Let's add the swap. So we're doing the primary partition. Click next. So here we give the size for the swapping. We're giving 50 GB. So RAM into 4 times is the swap size. That is the calculation we should use. 50 GB, click next. So in the file system, we'll select swap and finally click finish. So once we finish, here you see the swap size has been allocated 50 GB. So the remaining space, we'll add the partition again. So we'll take it as a primary partition. So we'll allocate the remaining 200 GB to this partition. So we'll allocate the full maximum size, which is 200 GB. And click next. As a format partition, let us take ext3 and click finish. So once we click finish, now here you see the file type is ext3 and the top one is the swap size. And click accept. So click on the software. So now we need to select different software components. The software components I would like to select visualization and post. So we'll select SAP HANA server, SAP NetWeaver server, C++ compiler tools, KDE desktop environment. Click OK. Click accept. Finally, click on install and click install. So we need to, so here, so from say we have to give RAM into 4 times. For example, if you take RAM as 8 GB into 4 times, it is not a. So it's installing all the files. It's performed installation. It will take another 5 minutes to perform. So here you can see the time remaining. You can see around 8 min 8 minutes 45 seconds. At the bottom you can see the time remaining. It's doing the it's restarting the server. So we will give the password. We'll give the password for root user. So we're giving the password for root user. Click next. So let us give the host name. Let us provide the host name. The host name is HANA HDB. Let's give the domain name as Surya Academy. suryaacademy.com. Click next. Now we will configure the network. Click next. Let us disable IPv6. Let us disable the firewall. Click on the network interface. So click on the host names and let us give the name server. So let us add the default gateway. Click OK. Click on VNC remote administration. Select allow remote administration and click finish. Click next. So provide the username and password. Click next. Click yes. So OS is generally installed with OS guys. So anyway, we will not be involved in installation of OS. Just for the knowledge, we are installing OS. once the OS is done, then we will start with the HANA database installation. Click next. It is checking for hardware configuration. Checking for the hardware configuration. Finally, click next. And click finish. So finally the installation is completed. So this is only the part one. Part one of the installation. You have seen only the OS installation. So tomorrow we will see, tomorrow's session we will see how to install HANA database. So right from the setup till completing and configuration. The SUSE Linux is completed. So we start with installation of SAP HANA. Just give me 1 second, please. Power is getting free. Oh, just give me 1 second. So now we are currently, the other day we copied the software. So now we'll be going to the SUSE Linux. So inside the SUSE Linux, so first we start with the installation of HANA database. So hope we are recording this session. So I'm just recording this session. Okay. Yeah. So these are the different files. So first we'll open in terminal. So once the SUSE Linux is completed, so now we are in the terminal. So this is to start the HANA installation. So here we can see different components like SAP HANA database, SAP HANA application function libraries, ALF database clients, HANA Studio, Smart Data Access. All these are different components of the SAP HANA database. So we'll click next. So once we click next, it is asking whether you want to update existing system or you want to install a new system. So let us select install new system and click next. So once you have done that, now here you can select additional components for installation. So all these are
additional components like Smart Data Access, HANA Studio, ELF. So you can choose the required components. So I'll just select all and click next. So once I click next, it is asking us whether you want to install on a single host or in a multiple host. So we'll choose single host. So here we need to define the properties of the system. So we need to specify the local host. Remember, this is what the host name we give when we log into the HANA system. So that is the installation path. We have to give the system ID, instance number, database, and system usage. So we'll give the system ID, which is HD1. We'll provide the instance number, provide the instance number 01. So we can give at most of 99, maximum number of instances that we can give are 99. So we'll select one instance number. So we'll select instance number 50. So here you see maximum in MB. How much memory you want to choose. So the maximum that we have now is 42 MB. So we're giving full. We're giving full. We're taking it full. Click next. And here you see the location for data volumes and log volumes. So you know, as a part of persistency layer, HANA basically stores data in data volumes and log volumes. So this is the path. Click next. So we need to select source host name. Click next. Give the password. This is for the HDB ADM. This is system administrator password. I'm giving the system administrator password. I'm confirming the password. And click next. And here you can see specify database username. So this is the system database system. So that is the database administrator. This is the default user. System is the default user. So I'm giving the password for system. So I think it's not there. I'm typing in wrong. Let me type it again. So let us click next. So I'll just type in again. It's not so just try to take lower. Click next. So now the installation of SAP HANA database has started. So it is installing the HANA database components. So we're installing this in the SUSE Linux. We're doing this in the SUSE Linux. Hello. Yeah, we have done with the installation. So once the installation is completed, you see that you can see successful SAP HANA database. Everything is installed successfully. If you want to see log, you can click on log. Or just you can continue with finish. So once we finish, now we can start the HANA studio. Yeah, we can start the HANA system. We're starting the HANA studio. So I'm starting the HANA studio in the SUSE Linux. Click OK. So let's give the password to log into the HANA studio. And click OK. So here we see HDB added. So let us add system. So we log into the host name. Give the description. System is the default username. So let us give the password. Click next and click finish. So now the system got added. Now in order to basically work on our own system. You can use a start system or stop system. So this is from the HANA Studio. If you want to do it from the SUSE Linux, so let's do it from SUSE Linux, how to start and stop HANA system. So let us open in terminal. SUHD1. This is SID admin. So we log into root. In the root we are basically stop HANA system. So basically log into root. Just trying to find the command. So I'll just try to start from the HANA Studio. Command is not working. Let me try once again. Okay, we'll start from the HANA Studio. We'll start from the HANA Studio. Start from HANA Studio. So right click on the HANA instance. So this you're doing from GUI, stop system. So we're doing a soft stops all system immediately, opens transaction aborted and rolled back. So we're doing a soft shutdown. So let us enter the password of HDB SID ADM. This is a system administrator. And click OK. It's stopping the HANA database. Click OK. So let us refresh.
Yes, sir. Is you now? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we just trying to stop. Just try to refresh. So I'll also show how to install the license key. So let me show you how to install the license key. So in order to install the license key, right click on the system, click properties, click on the license, and here you see the peak memory usage for us is only 8. So you have to click on the install license key. Click on the install license key. So once the downloaded license key will be available, so select the license key and click OK. Once you click OK, the license key will be activated. Alright? By default it is giving 8 GB usage. Temporary license key will work for 3 months. So February 15th till May 15th it will work, and that is the hardware key. So for every system a unique hardware key will be generated, and that is the system ID. So based on this information, we need to apply in service.sap.com. So this is how we have to install the HANA database. It's very straightforward, very easy. Once we install the SUSE Linux, we have to copy the HANA database software into the SUSE Linux, start the installation, select the required components, give the HANA system instance ID, give the password for system administration, give the password for system administration and HANA administration, and then click next and finish. Once you finish, automatically HANA Studio gets installed. Now this is on the server. Any questions on the HANA installation part? So system is working, everything is fine. So if you have any questions, so everything BODS, BO, HANA, BW, S4 HANA, ECC, MS SQL, BOBI, everything is working. I've maximum tried my best to make system working, except the SLT. Except SLT has still some issues. So I'm going to resolve those issues on the SLT. Except SLT, everything is working fine. So coming to the authorizations, so here what we can do is after system created as a security, you can create your own, user. You can create your own user. Right click the system, new user. You can basically provide a new user. You can provide a new user. Let's say I'm going to create something like test user. Just give the password. So here we can give the object privilege. So in the object privilege, here we can give underscore sys underscore BIC. All these are default schemas. Underscore sys. So this is a default schema. This BIC. So here we can give execute select, and then later we can give sys underscore BIC sys underscore repo. We can give rest underscore repository underscore rest, and then we can give above role in order to access above schemas. In order to access above schemas, we can give above roles. So all these are the standard roles. So in the object privilege, we can give execute privilege for repository, and execute select. This way is execute select. This BI execute select. So we're giving, so in the package privilege, we're going to give a root package. We're going to give the root package. Root package is where you can access the entire package in the HANA Studio. So let us root package. So let us give the read privileges on this schema. So report_read, activate, maintain. Once this is done, so object, system privilege. The system privilege we can give modular import export roles, import export privileges. We can give in data admin. Once this is done, we can execute. Test user is created. From here, you can log into the system. Host name. Let us provide the host name. So first time it is asking to change the password. We change the password. So I'm sorry, I have throat infection today, so please bear with me. So old password, we're giving the new password. And finally, let's click OK. Password is changed, click OK. So now you can see the catalog, you can see in the catalog, you can see all the schemas. And in the content, you can see the packages. Expand the content, you can see all the package. So there we end today's session. So in tomorrow's session, we're going to see architecture and SQL script. And have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see architecture.
So until now, we have seen pre-delivered sessions for SAP HANA. So tomorrow, we continue to see the architecture. in tomorrow's session. Sorry for today delay. I just want to complete the system installation. Tomorrow we can see the architecture. Thank you.